listening to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Your hosts, Nate and John, cover their shared history with the band, discover new music together, and cover the farthest reaches of the Deep Purple family tree and beyond. Here's Nate and John now.
Welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Today's episode is episode number 352, album ranking Burn. And coming to you from the suburbs of Chicago, where I'm still getting over Christmas, I'm your host, Nathan Beaudry.
And coming to you from the suburbs of Providence, I'm your co-host, John. Multiple updates, Matola.
Multiple updates. So was it just Zoom that had to update, or was it your computer too?
Zoom, Audacity. No, I've been on this computer.
Windows?
No, I've been on the computer. I just haven't been on these programs.
Did you have to brush cobwebs off of your computer before you sat down?
Yeah. I also had to I spent like 5 minutes looking at these headphones, trying to remember if this side went on my left ear or my right ear.
We've had that happen before. Now, there should be an L and an R on them.
Yeah, damned if I could find it. So
usually the cable goes on the left. That's
all right, then I'm good.
I remember that because I can't talk on the phone on the right side. I have to have the phone on this side. Do you have that issue?
Are you left-handed?
No.
You're a weirdo then.
Not left hand. I'm just a weirdo. I have to have.
I talk on the phone on my right ear. I'm right-handed.
It feels so bad. I can't even explain. Having the phone on my right ear just does not feel right.
I don't know. I'm just laughing at Joe's comment.
Anything else I do with the wrong hand? Probably plenty.
The stranger. All right, I'll leave it at that.
Oh God. Yes. Well, thank you we've got this is one of our live stream episodes. We'll get into that in a minute, but we've got an amazing crew. Oof. I'll try to keep in my head of all the folks that are joining us on this live stream. Doing it a little earlier in the day really helps with our folks on the other side of the pond. So thanks everybody for logging on, and people are still logging on. This is great. Okay. So yeah, this is our first recording of the new year. So we're just kind of getting back to it after the holidays, and we kind of banked some episodes so we could get through the holidays, and here we are. We're a little rusty, but I think we're going to remember how to do this.
Well, I got to tell you, Nate, there are more than one time I said what a great call it was for us to bank those episodes, because between Thanksgiving and now, any time of the day would have been hideous to record.
Yeah, it was totally
it was
for me as well, just a complete mess.
Yeah, much needed. So I'm glad we didn't have to try and squeak out episodes and come up with subpar products. Now we can focus.
Yeah, subpar for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is working because I'm trying to I don't know if the video is working. I guess it's speaker view, but maybe it's because of these Zoom updates. Anytime you take a little time off of Zoom, you come back. And I just see you and Gardo side by side, but I don't know if he's actually going to be on. If he is, you're getting treated to Gardo and a tropical paradise and a wonderful shirt. For some reason, it's just the two of you. Oh, I think there's a little pin in him. Do I have to unpin him? Remove pin.
Know, but if I was truly next to Gardo, I'd be a lot warmer than I am now.
There we go. I think everyone got a little treat of just watching the man just be completely relaxed in Florida. Good for him. But folks, welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast. Here we are back at it again for our whatever. Is this our 8th calendar year? We did 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, this is our 8th year of doing the show, and we're about to hit the 7-year mark. So we started in 2019. Here it is in 2016. Unbelievable.
2026. You went back in time.
Oops, 2026. Yes.
Jesus, Nate.
Wouldn't we all like to go back to 2016 before the Cubs won the World Series? It would be sadder time here in Chicagoland. But yeah, here we are back at you. And as we mentioned, we've got some patrons on the live stream, and that's one of the benefits you get to being a patron. So if you are enjoying the Deep Purple podcast, you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. You can pay via PayPal. Most people pay via Patreon, but some people pay PayPal. Some people even pay by cashier's check, believe it or not.
Oh, Pete.
So, and he says he Western Unions us the money. But anybody that wants to join, you get access to our patrons only Discord channel. You get access to our rating spreadsheet, which comes in handy today because you'll hear from all the patrons that ranked these songs on this album. You get invites for our live stream episodes like this one, links to submissions for all album rankings episodes, as well as our Too Hot for YouTube forbidden episodes that we put up on Patreon. And ever since we started doing that, we haven't had that many forbidden episodes. So maybe that was the trick.
Maybe.
There we go. We got our first deep thought of the year in already. So speaking of our wonderful patrons, we have
patron upgrade.
We have an upgrade, and that is from the one and only Karsten Lau, who's on the live stream.
There he is. Hey-o.
Who's upgraded to the 19 kroner and 31 cent. Do they call them cents in Denmark? I don't know what they call them, but 1931, which brings them up to the $3 tier. So Karsten says, after getting so much value from your show every time I drive to and from work listening on Spotify, I have now decided to upgrade my membership to the $3 tier. It will be so exciting what value it ends up being this time in cold-hearted Danish kroner. Just filled out the burn ranking, and that was a tough one since I only knew 3 songs from Made in Europe. Mostly all the remaining was quite new to me, but have heard some of them on the show. Thanks for expanding my knowledge of the fantastic DP universe, and keep up the good work. And then, oh boy, I'm going to butcher this. Butcher. Glade Yule. I'm assuming that means like Merry Christmas in Danish. But thank you very much for the
thumbs up.
Yes, thank you so much for the upgrade. We really appreciate it. And then, of course, thanks to our executive level patrons at the In Memoriam tier, the wonderful late Gerald, Jerry, Kelly, and family. At the $25 Uncommon Man tier, we have Ovis Nakfi. At the 20 is Plenty tier, we have him on the live stream, Alan. At the 10-pound Good Doctor tier, we have Dr. Mike Catan. At the Turn It Up to $11 tier, Clay Wambacher, Frank Thiel, God Mortensen, Mikkel Steen, Will Porter, PhDPP, and Michael, don't call him Bradford, but do call him on the live stream, Bagford. At the $10 Someone Came tier, Ryan M., Jeff Bryce, Victor Campos, Better Call, Saul Evans. And Peter from Illinois. And at the Deep Thoughts by John Matola tier, we have Mr. Fielding Fowler.
And now, Deep Thoughts by John Matola.
Yeah, I love the European ambulance guitar thing.
I couldn't even tell what you said on that.
What did I don't know what I said.
I can't go back because it was randomly generated. So, oh well, that one's going to be a mystery. And then, of course, our Hall of Famers. We have the one and only
Rich Youngwee. Shayla.
I know who Rich is. Rich is my favorite.
And we know who Rich is because Rich is in the chat. Jorg Planer and Norman Weichelbaum, thank you all of you for your generous support of the Deep Purple podcast. If you want to join the next upcoming rankings episode, sign up for Patreon or, well, actually, that's the only reason. But when you hear it live and you want to rank the songs, get them in by, let's say, March 30th. How's that sound? Reasonable?
Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah.
March 30th. Can't believe we're already in a new year here. All right, so here we are. Burn. We got a full stacked live stream collection of patrons and listeners. Thank you so much, everybody. This is a big one. What was your takeaway when you ranked the episodes finally just 20 minutes ago?
I've had that one. I had that one in the chamber for a while. You know how I do.
Yeah.
I compose the text, and then I go back and I keep changing the order until you make me send it to you. So, I mean, I knew it would be hard, but I mean, it was pretty difficult. There were probably 2 or 3 songs where I'm like, I know these are going to be at the bottom. But that's what made the rest of it difficult, because there were at least like 5, 6 songs where I'm like, I don't know. Like every time I'd be like, oh, this one's too low. This one, like everything was too low for me. But something had to be first, something had to be last. So luckily this is a great album. So yeah, we knew it wouldn't be easy to rank, and it was not.
Yeah. And these are the most fun ones, is when you are going to have, the distance between first and last place is barely perceivable, and you have to say which one in that moment you like better than the other one. So
yeah,
it's fun. We got a lot of great comments from our listeners. We got the final scores in here. I don't know. Should we just dive right into it?
Yeah. What are you messing around for?
What any good podcaster says after 15 minutes of killing time. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
What's that?
You bitch. I didn't start recording my audio.
Oh, I'll start now. I'll patch in the rest.
Oh yeah, patch in the rest.
I knew something was going to happen because we're rusty.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me sort these by last to first. So in 7. Oh, you know what? Let me coming in 8th place. Sorry, there's 8 songs in this album. With 63 points.
Number 8.
So probably not the biggest surprise ever, right?
Oh, I thought it would be the title track.
Yeah.
No, I knew it. I figured it would be this one.
Yep. So yeah, A200, the song named after cream for, was it herpes or something? Genital warts.
I don't remember.
Something like that. And then the instrumental, not probably a surprise to anyone on this. Looking at the spreadsheet all the way across, it's pretty much 8, almost all the way across. It came in as high as 2.
Really?
For 2 folks.
Wow.
That's
one of higher them, than I would have thought.
One of them on the call right now, Mr. Scott Haskin, ranked it 2. And if you've listened to his episode on this on Smoke on the Podcast, it might not be a huge surprise for you. The other 2 it got was from The Electric Alchemist. Zwapper, The Electric Alchemist. I don't want you to get them confused with one of those other ones.
It got a Electric Alchemist, like
a 4, a 5, a couple 6s, a couple 7s, and then just 8s across the board. Which again, not surprising. I think this is a good. I like this song. It's a lot of fun. It's like a nice instrumental, but I always thought it was kind of an odd album closer for this. Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. It's got some like it's a cool instrumental. It's just it doesn't really seem to it fits in with Deep Purple. Like not a surprising Purple song, but just kind of surprising that I don't know, it wasn't an outtake or something like that. It was an odd way to end the album. Doesn't seem to fit in with the rest of the songs as well.
I always just thought of it as like it could be a cool intro to another song or something. If it was maybe a little, because it's not like long, but it's like what, almost 4 minutes or something. It's not like a super long song, but yeah, it's just compared with like kind of the just this blistering pace of the rest of the album. It to me seemed a little bit out of place, but Scott's a big fan.
Well, Scott's always been a contrarian in some ways.
That is true. So some comments. Let's see what we got here. So for some comments here, we got. Oh yeah, I gotta scroll all the way to the end. Sorry, that's the wrong one. The Only Filler Track by Blackmore Tights. The Only Philly track. the filler track, and I've messed up the spreadsheet, so I've got to make it so that I can actually read who's reading the comments. We've got Saul Evans saying, another amazing Blackmore solo and some John Lord magic. Could never understand the criticism it got. So I don't know, does it get a lot of criticism, or is it just in compared to the rest of the album?
I don't think I hear it get criticized like thanks. It's just, I think maybe in comparison to the rest of the album, like comparatively it gets ranked lower because there are so many other better songs.
Yeah, that could be it.
On this, collection, yeah.
Still trying to monkey around with this. Here we go. So Scott Haskin says, always loved the song, the mood, the reverb, slide guitar, John synth work. Love a rare DP instrumental. And then, of course, we'll have to read Zwapper because he was the other two that this one gets. Says, cool ending to the album. I think my take on this has somewhat diminished over the years because it was one of those ones that it would go in alphabetical order when I hooked up my Bluetooth on my car stereo and just automatically play. There's a handful of songs that would, and I think it's because it starts with the little apostrophe or whatever. It would be the first song alphabetically, and I would hear the beginning of the song like 4,000 times. So I got a little annoyed with it. But yeah, even still, they're teasing me. Alan is teasing me about Karsten's bass, his beautiful Rickenbacker that he's got back there. Oh man, two of them, as if to just really rub salt in the wounds. Oh, look at those beauties. Karsten must be really hitting the gym if he can lift both of those at the same time. Awesome. My son started playing bass over the Christmas break, and I can't even believe. Yeah, in 2 weeks he's like come along like insanely well. Really? It's crazy. Wow, yeah, that's great. He's just, his fingers are getting sore. I was like, you gotta go.
Can he go? Boom.
That's what. Well, the one of the songs he's trying to learn is "Feel Good Inc." by Gorillaz. So I taught him the bass line for that. And there's this one part where it goes, woo, like it goes up to the 12th fret there. So he's like cursing me whenever he does that.
That's great.
Beautiful. Okay. So that takes us to, I guess I won't get into too many more of the comments on that one, but so I think the rest of it is a little bit more up in the air. This next one, how many votes or points does this one have? 103 points goes to this one.
Number 7.
What's going on here? So, oh, and I didn't even say what we ranked the other one. You ranked a 206th, and I ranked it 8th.
No, I ranked it 8.
You did? Oh, then I messed up. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. I got to close this one. Yeah, you ranked it 8. My bad.
Yeah.
So this one, I think if you had to classify this would be the lazy blue song on the album.
Yeah, kind of the bar band type of tune. Definitely not bad, but
no.
It's just this one and the other one. If I think that this whole thing is going where I think it's going, are probably my 2 lowest. Just too because the I don't know. It always kind of felt a little like flat and generic to me. Like, I mean, has great singing, great playing. I mean, you could tell Richie's all over it, like his signature guitar sound, and it's just kind of a good honky tonk type of song. But it's just, I don't know. It doesn't match like the kind of that energy of like the better tracks on the album. I think the ones that most people like.
Yeah.
Like really just kind of really electric, like just kind of like other ones that we're going to get into.
I love that in this song they I love the vocals in the song, first of all. The trade-off of the vocals is really cool. And what I like is it's like that 1-4 sort of progression. When it's on the 1, Richie does all the little fills, and then it goes to the 3, to the 4, and then you got the piano fill from John, and then it goes back to the 1, and you get another guitar lick. So it's like they've kind of divided up, like I'm getting the 1, you're getting the 4. So Richie gets 3 and John gets 1. But it's kind of cool how they've kind of divided it up like that. Between that and the switched off vocals and the harmonies on the chorus, it really kind of breaks out of that lazy blues mindset for me. It's clearly one of those songs you could throw together quickly because it's very simple, but they put that little polish on it that makes it so much more interesting.
Well, I mean, that's also, as I'll talk more about is this is the first album where we've had dual vocalists, and so these guys were doing it all over the album. So that's what sets this apart. And the fact that in comparison to their previous Lazy Blues song on their album before this one is like way better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's probably like a first place and last place sort of situation if we were to rank all the Lazy Blues songs, which I think we should do someday.
But I mean, that's a good idea. But I mean, like sound wise, energy wise from the band, it's just a much better song. But yeah, on this album, I did rank it a little bit lower.
So we go to what's going on here. We've got Hank the Tank says, my least favorite song on the album, still a great song. We've got Blackboard Tights, still filler, but still very catchy. Just avoids filler from Saul Evans. What's going on here? Filler meh from Adam Cork. Great song, but a level below most of the album from Kev Roberts. I still love its upbeat personality, and Coverdale's hues combine so well. How on earth did Coverdale produce performances like these as a complete newcomer to this level? Confidence of the youth, I suppose. Joe Sigler says this has a weird dynamic. Richie sounds like Richie, but the rest of the band sounds different. Of all the tracks on this album, it sounds like the one where you can hear the change from Gillan to Glover to Coverdale and Hughes the most. I think that's fair. It does not necessarily fit. There's some of the other songs, like you can imagine what Mark II would have done with the Burn riff and such, but this one's a little more specific to this lineup. Runar Simonson says, fun and groovy song, great piano solo from Lord. I do like the piano being in there. That does kind of spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's always one thing I did like about this song is, and I mean, it sounds really bright too.
Yes.
It's got a really good sound to it. It's you can tell it's a real piano, which is nice.
Yep. Okay. So now we got next up in 6th place, coming in with a total of 139 points.
Number 6.
Speaking of piano. So a little lay down, stay down. It's pretty amazing to think of this one as a 6th place, because this is another great one.
Yeah, it is. It's I don't know, this one, and I mean, I do like the it was hard because I do like the pre-chorus in this one a lot. Like it kind of has this little weird rhythm going on here now, and then it just kind of picks up.
Oh, right, like right here, yeah.
Yeah, I like the groove that they catch like right here. But I mean, the whole the whole song kind of has a as a whole kind of gives me that I don't know, kind of a filler track in the way of like, like Highball Shooter on the next album.
Yeah.
It's like it's not bad, but it's just kind of like it's there, and I mean, and also of course lay down, stay down. Like that's kind of hits the ear wrong sometimes, and the
Really? I feel I like there's something about this, like I feel like you didn't get a lot of songs this upbeat in previous lineups.
But then this second verse here where they're doing the high-low singing, it's like there's good elements in it. So I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad at all, but I just think it's like overall, like start to finish, like the songs that I love on this album are like start to finish, like there's nothing wrong with them. These last couple of songs, they have like good elements in them, but I don't like to listen to them all the way through.
Yeah, I don't think there's any songs that I would switch off. I'm just so used to switching off from A200 because it's like not the song you first want to hear when you start up the car.
Yeah.
Like if I was listening to the whole album, I would always listen to it, but I don't want to listen to it first in any scenario. You gave this one a 6. I gave it a 4. So they're both in kind of the middle for both of us. So Alan Begg asking, as we're flaunting basses, which bass does Glenn use on this album? I think he used the Rick on this album because I know on that first, like there's pictures of him at, in Denmark on their first show as Mark III, and he's using the Rick still. And I think he quickly moved, like by April, because I think that was December. Yeah, so by April of the following year, he was using it at California Jam, his Fender. So he probably moved back to the P bass pretty quickly after that. I don't think he really cared for using the Rick as much. And then he sold. Yeah, I agree. Thumbs down from Mr. Lau. I don't know. Maybe it just kind of his shoulders gave out or something. I know it's heavy. But I think he's always been more of a Fender guy. And then he, of course, eventually sold that Rick to Geezer Butler, and then asked for it back, and Geezer said no, or asked to buy it back. I don't think he asked it back for free, but he's like, I'm sure if the right price, he would sell it back.
No givesies backsies.
But yeah, I don't know. I like the song. It's upbeat and fun. So for Lay Down, Stay Down, we've got, let's see, Adam Cork. Always loved this fantastic vocal interplay between the new boys, dispelling all doubts about continuing on without Gillan and Glover. Saul Evans says great. We've got Rich says, I like this one better when it became Nobody's Home. Yeah. I never really kind of put it together, but yeah, they're known for rehashing themes, so that's probably the direct descendant of this one.
I'm with Rich on that one.
The drum fills in this are awesome, and I love the harmonies from Mark Roback. Zwapper, the Electric Alchemist, simply writes, yeah. Michael writes, awesome. We got some quick and easy ones there. The chorus is a bit of a letdown from Graham Bonnet's Disco Pants and Haircut. So kind of coming from what you're saying is you're not crazy about the lay down, stay down part, but you do like the pre-chorus. Karsten Lau says, love the cowbells. Nice job on the drums. Crispy snare. Kenny Wymore, good, just not memorable. What else we got? Arthur Smith, another cracking piece of high energy music. Lyrics are a bit suspect at this point, I think, though. Yeah, probably. All right. So that leaves us to the last, as we split this album into new halves. The fifth ranked song on this album, coming in with 157 points, is
number 5.
Might Just Take Your Life. And you gave this one a 4 and I gave it a 3, so we're pretty again close. So looking across the board, and I've kind of forgotten to do that in the last couple tracks, nobody ranked this last, but it's got some 7s. from Merline, Jellybean, Joe Sigler, Runar Simonson, and Zwapper all gave it a 7. It does not have any ones. One song kind of ran away with all the ones, and another song kind of ran away with all the 8s. So we're not going to see any huge extremes between. Yeah, some 5s, but yeah, for the most part, it's between. It's in the middle somewhere for most folks.
Yeah.
The highest it gets is a 3.
I would agree with that one.
Oh no, I'm sorry, a 2 from Saul Evans.
Nice. Yeah, this is one of these. This is where it got tough because I love this song. This is the second track on the album, and it's so great coming out of Burn, and just hearing like that first, like right here too in the chorus, that first taste of like Hughes and Coverdale's vocals blending together, and just that great like riff, just the guitar and the organ, just everything is blending together so well in this song. It's just like such a great slow groove. Like every time I hear the organ, the intro, I'm just like, yes, I'm not turning this off. This is a no skip.
Scott mentioning My Woman from Tokyo. I never really thought about that one either, but yeah, it's the verse of the organ of this in the intro sounds like My Woman from Tokyo chorus. Never really put that together. So, so this one, again, right about in the middle for most folks. Let's hear what some of our patrons had to say. We've got Might Just Take Your Life. Scott says, this combined vocal makes the song for me. Otherwise, it's just okay. I love this part.
I know you do. Because it's funky.
Raf Calf says, I love that nasty organ intro. Coverdale nails the vocals. Is there anything to criticize? It could be Hughes trying too hard to sound soulful. And I think on recorded works on the albums, there's no such thing for me, but I can see how he veers into that territory in live scenarios.
Well, I think on this album, they had the right, especially Hughes had that right like balance of like, he didn't get as funky as he got on Stormbringer, but he wasn't as raw as he was in Trapeze. So I like where he was right around here, like on the album.
Weston Super Mario Pilgrim says, at first I didn't like the song much because I only liked songs with guitar solos in it, but over time it has grown on me. Arthur Smith saying, this is a really great song, and I think you can hear early Whitesnake in this. Indeed, I think they played it in their early sets.
Oh, that would be cool to hear.
I'm sure they have. I'm trying to think if I've ever heard them doing this live. Kev Roberts says, a little bit of a calm after the storm and more of an indicator that this is a new band. Vocal harmonies are great, and Coverdale maintains an impressive introduction. Rich says, this one has grown on me over the years. Another grower. Hearing Glenn do it live made a big difference for me. He added, it says he added a wife to it, but that must be a typo. I'm like trying to think of what he meant. He added a wife to it that I had not previously heard. Wife. Well, maybe he can chime in the chat and let us know what he meant. Life. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I couldn't figure out. I was like, oh, he added a wife to it. That's interesting. Mark Roback says it's good, but feels like a sort of generic effort with the exception of Lord's organ. Zwapper, love the organ riff and the general swagger of this. Always love this catchy song from Sick Tone. So, we're not getting a lot of negatives on this album, which is not super surprising. All right, well, we're about halfway through the album now, so this is the perfect opportunity to take a break and thank our next round of patrons. We could also do something a little out of the ordinary and do a little postcards from the edge from the middle, because I forgot.
Oh.
I have a couple postcards and I also have a package, but I think I'm going to wait till the next episode to open the package, which may become obvious why next week.
Is this the one that Pete sent?
Yes. Oh, do you have one too?
Yeah, I remember I got this a while ago, and it
Yeah,
says,
me too.
John, only open on podcast. And on our chat, I was like, see, Pete gets it. He
Okay.
writes right on the box, don't open this now. And so I don't.
All right. Well, we'll do that on the next episode. We'll do those packages. But to start up, I've got this one, Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world. And it says, "Hey guys, having a great time in Austin visiting my sister for Thanksgiving. We saw Joe Bonamassa at the Austin City Limits Moody Theater. It was great. He didn't do any Black Country Communion, but his last song, pre-encore, was a cover of Rory Gallagher's A Million Miles Away, a song with special meaning to me. Awesome. The Rowback." So let's get a nice time in Austin. Very nice card. Goes right in the bin. I mean, the postcard bin, not the, like, trash like our UK listeners are thinking I'm saying. It goes in my purple bin that Gardo sent me years ago. And then we've got this one. This is, it's a giant stamp postcard, but it's also a puzzle. I don't know if you can see that over the camera. But it's a postcard that's a puzzle of a 15-cent USA stamp design 1978 United States Postal Service, and it's a little boy riding a little horse there. And it says Christmas 2025. Nate, now here is a Christmas puzzle for you. Happy 2026 to you and John, Pete. And then it says Contemporary Christmas. This 1978 stamp shows a boy riding a dream, in quotes, a hobby horse with a Christmas tree in the background. Look at that. But it's like, it's sealed. I don't know if he did this himself. It's all like taped up so that the puzzle wouldn't like completely fall out.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, pretty cool postcard. Thank you. We'll save the box for our next episode here. Okay, so thanking our patrons. Our next round of patrons, we will start at the $6.99, the nice price tier with Spike the Rock Cat's Ghost and Sugar Tea. At the episode $6.66 tier, we have Steve Coldwell.
Steve.
And Arthur Smith.
Getting support from the patron Arthur Smith,
who is on the stream right now, as well as Charles Meadows. At the $6.65 Almost Evil tier, we have Kenny Wymore and Richie Sucksmith. At the 70 Norwegian Kroner tier, we have Kai Rune, Yes, I'm Norwegian Olsen. At the $5.99 The Nice Price tier, we have Robert Smith and Adrian Hernandez.
Hernandez error.
Hey, who the hell are you?
At the 60 Kroner Scandinavian Nights tier, we have Newt Morton Johansson. At the €5.50 tier, we have Merline Rota. At the £4 Lucy 4 tier, Mr. Duncan Leask. Do we have any Mark III from Lucy? I guess we don't. That's the closest we have to Mark III. At the $5 Moneylender tier, we have John Convery, German Heindel, Jesper Alman, Alexei the Perfect Stranger Slepikoff, Kev Roberts, Scott Zerns, Cynthia Doobie, Raf Calf.
My Czechoslovakian is not so good.
Coyote Bongwater. John Maselli.
Bathing with Beethoven.
Sarah Sanders.
No, Kelly Clarkson.
Jelly Bean, Evan Robeson, Purple Swede.
sweet.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
And Ralphie Lee.
And I'm not a rich man, and I'm not your friend, Rich, either.
Ralphie is also on the stream. Thank you for joining us, Ralphie. No camera though, so it's just good. We gotta keep it family friendly here. We've all seen his picture on the Discord. All right. So there you go. Thank you for the nice postcards. Thank you for the wonderful patrons. What do you say? Are we ready to get into the second half here? This is where it really heats up. We see the countdown from 4 to 1. The suspense is killing me. What's going to be first? I can't imagine. All right. So here we go.
Number 4.
Oh, yeah. You fool no one.
What?
Sorry.
It's too low.
181 points. Everything from 4 to 7 is very close in points. All right, so you'll know why John said that, because John ranked You Fool No One number 3. It's not that big a deal.
Number 2.
Number 2, it says 3 here.
It's not what I sent you.
Well, okay, it says 3 here, which means I transposed it incorrectly. Okay, John ranked it 2.
Yes.
2, You Fool No One. Okay, sorry. Change my... Okay, so that's going to change the points just a little bit. So what did I get it mixed up with? Oh, I see what I did. All right, so why is this number 2 for you?
Because it's awesome.
Okay, moving along.
No, first of all, you start off with like the pacey drum intro with the cowbell. Always loved that. Richie coming in with his little guitar thing, and then just the way the vocals sound during the verses is just great. It's one of my favorite things to listen to. But just listen to musicianship too before they go on the solo. You go, it's like just like I have to like think about like them not doing it live, but just song was made for being live. This version is tame by comparison, but I love listening to it.
This is one of those songs that's great live, but it is also great on the album.
Yeah, and the just like this. So many things like melodically about this song that I love. Even like little things like before like Richie's end solo when John Lord goes, wow.
Yes.
I could give you a million little nuggets like why this song is great. Guitar solo's awesome.
There's a little dissent amongst the chat about the integrity of these of these results because I'm messing everything up. Luckily, there's not too much at stake here. No, okay, I did flip it. Everyone else
of big mistreated.
So that's why I have the form, because everyone else it goes into the form and then it goes into the spreadsheet, so it's easy. But with me and you, I put them in manually, so that's where their human error comes in, and apparently I made the error. But yeah, this is a great one. I actually put it at number 5. I love it. It's again anything between 2 and 7 to me is great, but like you said, it's a great live. I love it as a vehicle for the drum solo in a way. I think it works even better than the mule, although I do really like the mule live with the drum solo. Just don't care for the album version. Graham Bonnet put this at 7. What do they call it? Alan's saying, what do they call voter fraud and All the President's Men? I should have watched that last night. Instead, I watched another Robert Redford movie, Sneakers, one of my all-time favorites. But yeah, it's this is just a great track. Love Pacey's drumming on it, and it's not just like, I feel like in the Mule, it's almost all drums, but in this one I feel like everyone else is a little bit more spot on, and you've got a lot more guitar, like you said, that riff, and then also the and a great solo. Okay.
Well, and plus in the background, you got John Lord just like scatting and bopping all over the place. Like, listen to him.
Blackmore Tight says the live version is better, but this track rocks. Michael Bagford says classic, but as I say about another track off this album, I prefer this live. And I definitely see that. Scott Haskin says, despite my ranking, I've gained a deep appreciation for this song, but there are a lot of great songs on this album. So Scott ranked this 4, which is not terrible by any means. So this one ranged from, did anyone put it at number 1? Peter Gardeau put it at number 1.
Yeah, Pete.
Jeff Bryce put it at number 1. Rich, Lord Longford, Will Porter, Hank the Tank, Runar Simonson, Mike Bagford, and John all put it at number 2.
That's the right answer.
One person put it in at 8th, Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean.
Ranking A200 and one other track above You Fool No One. My goodness.
What does Jelly Bean have to say for themselves?
Oh, let's see. Find Jelly Bean. John wants to call you out, Jelly Bean.
I want to know why.
Jelly Bean, where are you? Jelly Bean says, those lyrics drag down an otherwise pretty good song.
Okay.
Okay, so it's more of a lyrical thing.
Okay. I guess I could, I don't know. I mean, would the lyrics really that bad to make it go down to 8?
I don't know. Well, if you're a big lyrics guy, maybe, but we're not. We don't fit that that mold. Probably my favorite Deep Purple tune, Peter Gardeau.
Yep.
The chorus reminds me of "I Feel Free" by Cream by Kenny Wymore. That's
oh yeah.
I never really thought of that before, but I can see that connection. Runar Simonson says, just explosive. Stuart McCord says, another masterclass from Ian Pace with that cowbell and snare pattern really making the song. Fantastic track. Rich says, once again, Ian Pace is the star here. The drum set, an incredible feel here, and DC and GH have never sounded better together. Too bad they couldn't sound as good live. Mark Roback says, they got out the funk, surprised everyone, and fooled no one. Michael, not Bagford, says good. He just did one word rankings. He said, did awesome, good, just there.
Got it.
Or his 3 rankings. So he's even simplified it over the 70s Weekly podcast guys. Anders Engstrom says, it's not a bad... Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Anders Engstrom says, yeah, Ian Pace. Graham Ponnet says, great jams, but a little too groovy for me. Duncan Leask says, we need more cowbell. I can't imagine how you'd squeeze more cowbell into that one, but duly noted. All right. Joe is in the chat.
Trying to be funny.
Joe in the chat is teasing his 8th ranked song. Can't wait. All right. Number 3 coming in at us with 186 points, beating out You Fooled No One by a mere 4 points.
Number 3.
Oh yeah, there's a long, prolonged intro here. This one is Sail Away. Right, so Sail Away coming in at 3rd place. So for you and I, John,
should I just tell you what I ranked it before you get it wrong?
I'm gonna get it right. I just transposed 2 and 3. But yeah, tell us what you ranked it.
5.
Yep, I had that one right.
I felt horrible ranking it 5 because it's right. It's such a great riff, like that. Just Richie's guitar is just like, I'm like, how does he make it sound like that? You know? I
know it's. I think it took me years before I kind of even realized what was going on there. I think in my back of my mind, I thought it was a synth, but it's like he's doing other things on the keys. So it's just, I love songs where you can't really tell where one instrument ends and the
Yeah.
next one begins, and that aren't just like super straightforward. And this one fits that mold for me.
But I mean, this just has such like a great kind of like dark feel to it, you know, just great vocals, like that great guitar and like keyboard, organ. I mean, nothing to hate about this song.
Great vocals by Coverdale, some sneaky little doo-doo-doo sort of bass fills by Glenn, and you and I basically swapped "Sail Away" and "You Fool No One." I ranked this one second. You ranked "You Fool No One" second, and then I ranked "You Fool No One" fifth, and you ranked this one fifth. So, and again, I kind of feel the same way as you. I feel bad giving "You Fool No One" a 5 because it's such a great song, but it just shows you the quality of the material on this album.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it has to. I mean, I was listening to the album, so I could kind of like get, you know, more of an impression of. I didn't want to do it from memory, and I'm just like listening to these songs, and I'm like, oh man, this has to go here, and that like automatically had to bump this down.
Yep.
You know, and it could have flip flopped, you know, with another song, but you know.
Blackmore Tight says, could easily be my number one, a song that Mark II couldn't have done. Great riffs and cool vocals. Mike Bagford says, if I ever go sailing, I'll have this on my playlist. I've been sailing. I think, yeah, I've been sailing a few times. Once when I was really young, probably hadn't heard the song yet, but a few years ago, I went sailing in that, in Maine, like by Peaks Island.
Yeah.
Did not have this on my playlist though.
Yeah, too bad.
I was spending more time trying to get a coworker to calm down because he was terrified of the water and being on the water. And he had like, as I remember it, he had a life jacket on. He was just like hugging the mast of the boat. It was like a really big sailboat though, so he made it. Only second to Burn, says Raf Calf. The moodiness of this track always fascinated me. It's the most laid back song ever. Can you pass me the joint, please? Pass another twage, as Tom Petty would say. Saul Evans says, never warmed to the repetition. So, looking at the rankings, this gets a few 7s, so I'm assuming Saul is one of them. Yep, Saul is one of them. Weston Supermare Pilgrim. Peter Gardot is one of the 7s, and Purple Maniac, one of the 7s.
Oh.
So there you go. It does get some 1s. Merline Rota.
Hey.
Kev Roberts. And I think those are the only... Merline Rota, Kev Roberts, and I thought I saw another one. I guess just the 2 of them. It's a bunch more 2s, a few 6s, but yeah, for the most part, it's in that mid-range.
One of those things where it's, you know, either your thing or not. But I mean, yeah, it definitely has this great moody feel about it. And Richie does a great kind of like rainbow-esque type of solo. You know, he is that real, you know, Snake Charmer first Rainbow album type feel to it.
And similar to what, kind of a precursor to what we'll hear on Stormbringer too. The song, not the album.
Right.
Well, I guess both. So we got some more responses here. Nice song where the twin lead vocals and harmonizing of David and Glenn really come to the fore. That's from Mr. Arthur Smith. Kenny Wymore writes, damn funky. Zwapper says, groovy, with lots of R's and lots of O's. Sick Tone, just before closing up the library, says, interesting and rhythmically very pleasing from the intro to the end. The whole song has a certain feeling. The synth is amazing. Yeah, I think that's what gets it to me. It's such a... The song, it puts you in such a mood.
A good one.
I really like that. Michael Bagford says, Nathan should have played the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald to calm that coworker down. Yeah, that's going to be the second song on your sailing playlist. It'll be Sailing by Christopher Cross, this, and the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And if you're still alive after that, you can add some songs to the list. Oh, he's who's Steve? Oh, Steve is on the chat. He says, speaking of our favorite pilgrim, my daughter is going to be in Cardiff next week. And he sent a map, and it's right across the river from Weston-super-Mare. So there you go.
I know who Rich is. Rich is my favorite.
Steve's daughter. Maybe you have a new favorite if she travels across to meet Weston-super-Mare. So be careful, Rich. Ooh, Message in a Bottle. That's another good one. We're gonna have to make our sailing playlist. That should be a good meetup. We'll just all go. We'll rent a sailboat, and we'll sail to Weston-super-Mare.
Weston-super-Mare is right near Cheddar.
Is it real? It's a place called Cheddar.
Yum.
I just think of you ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine? The chief's the police chief's dog is named Cheddar.
Yeah.
Cheddar. It's one of the best things ever when he lets the sergeant use his desk when he's away for like a week, and he comes and he's freaking out because he didn't know with the exact angle that the dog was on his desk because the captain's super anal. So he's trying to put it in the right exact configuration, and the captain just walks right in and he goes, Cheddar is askew. And he's like, you really made yourself at home here, didn't you? Oh, it's so good. Okay. Yes. Ship arriving too late to save a drowning witch. Okay. All right. So the next song is going to give away our number one, although I suspect there's not going to be a lot of dropped jaws over what the number one song is. So we're going to just get right into the number two song, which comes in. We'll have to remember this number, but with 193 points.
Number two.
That's right. Mistreated. Not a huge shocker on that one either. But Mistreated comes in at number two. You ranked Mistreated as third.
Yeah.
I ranked it as seventh.
Hey.
Sorry. I really like Mistreated, but so earlier where we said You Fool No One is Alan Begg is about to cancel his membership. Whereas I feel like You Fool No One is amazing on the album and also live. I feel like this one is good on the album but amazing live. So again, it's great. I love it. It comes in seventh. But Joe is giving his ranking away by saying that I wasn't harsh enough. So yeah, don't give me a hard time because Joe Sigler ranked it eighth.
Oof.
That's right. Yeah, boo!
Boo.
Well, boo him.
Yeah, boo. Yeah, there we
It's
go.
like that scene in Back to the Future where George McFly is like the bullies are all teasing him and everything, and they're like giving him a hard time, and then they look at Marty and like, look at this dork in the life preserver. Dork thinks he's gonna drown, and then George is like, hey, yeah. That's me with Joe. I'm like, yeah, he gave it an 8. Boo. But yeah, I really do. I love this live. I love it. California Jam is an absolute legendary performance by all standards. But I just feel like, to me, this is like Child in Time. I think it's a great song. I think it's good on the album, but there's something about it that is hard to capture in a studio when there's so many great live versions. But for all I know, Joe doesn't like the live version either. I don't know. John's boo. He's saying John should go bleh. Yeah, you're not a ghost.
Bleh.
I have it. Where's my bleh? I told you I'm rusty.
Bleh.
There we go.
This is, oh yeah. I mean, I agree that this and You Fool No One are like just fantastic live, like much better live, especially when Richie either does the intro or the solo where he goes bam, right? Love that, which you don't get on the album, but there is like a really I guess just the space that the album version has is still really great. And
yeah,
you know, for me it it would flip-flop between this and You Fool No One maybe before, but now I think You Fool No One usually edges it out for me because I just liked kind of that driving rhythm and melody a little bit more. Whereas it's like, I like this one. I want something a little more kind of like measured and blues. And I mean, this is like, you talk about a lazy blues song. This is the ultimate blues song.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because by all accounts, I would not consider this a lazy blues song.
No,
by all accounts, it should be, right? Because it's so simple. But
there's something about his riff though. The bam, bum, bam.
Yeah,
it's so simple, but it's like I feel like it's like such a staple. You know what I mean? It's like such a signature riff, and it's like has anybody ever come up with that before? Like you're sitting there and you're like, how has nobody ever played this before? I think it's just the way Richie plays it.
Right. It couldn't be more simple riff. Like my son, who just started playing bass since we last recorded, could learn this today and play it. Obviously there's a great deal about the feeling of how it's played, but it's so simple. But I think there's something while you get that dynamics of the section that we just heard where it slows down and it gets a little quieter, when it's live and you can like just hear a pin drop when he's playing that's where like it's a very, very emotional song.
Yeah.
So I feel like they really benefited they recorded this. It was released whenever the hell it was released. They started playing live in December. By April in California Jam, it had taken on a life of its own, and they'd gotten into this routine of playing it this certain way and just kind of like pushed those extremes of the song, both the heavy, loud parts and the way he's screaming those vocals to those super, super quiet parts got more extreme in it, and it really just brought out the raw emotion in the song.
Well, the other thing too is I think this is one of, if not the only song that Coverdale sings with no backup. Like him and Hughes don't trade off. There's no Hughes backup vocals except for the end where they do the ooh.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, but I mean, the whole song is just Coverdale. So it's really it's a vehicle for Coverdale.
That's a good point because you've got this one, but Hughes gets two, doesn't he? He gets Holy Man and Getting Tighter. Well, and this time around, I guess. So I'm
talking about just on this album.
True, yes, but it's odd that when you think about it, Hughes got more solo songs than Coverdale did.
Yeah, and I was thinking of that earlier too. What Gardot just said, he saw Dio do this in '96. So I did like, I mean, I think that it's a great song, and I've seen a few great vocalists do it, but you can't beat Coverdale doing it. I mean, Dio doing it was amazing, but just Coverdale wrote the book on this song.
In some years ago, when you came here and we went to the Dead Daisies show, we reviewed 3 live albums in the time that you were here, and it was On Stage, Live in the Heart of the City, and why am I drawing a blank at the last one? There was another one. Made in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So we heard a Coverdale Deep Purple version, a Coverdale Whitesnake version, and a Dio live version. And then we saw Dead Daisies and saw Hughes do it in person. So we really had we reviewed 4 versions of Mistreated in 3 days or whatever. But yeah, this song is built for Coverdale. Even though I think I remember reading that Hughes had kind of written and kind of did the demo tracks for a lot of the songs of this album to help Coverdale because he was brand new to doing this sort of stuff. But yeah, great track. So looking at the comments as I scroll over to Mistreated, and and again, I think this is getting back to A200. When this song ends, I immediately hear the bubbling, the beginning of A200, and I'm like, it's a weird way to follow up the song, right? Again, I like that song. I like it as an instrumental and on its own, but it's just an odd to have that I've been losing my mind. It's like, okay, great end to the album. And it's like odd choice. It is what it is. Blackmore Tights is amazing live, even better. Michael Bagford classic, but I prefer many live versions over the studio version. Kev Roberts says, right, this is where I can see me standing pretty much alone with my views on this. Despite huge efforts to buy into the widespread narrative, I just never got this song at all. Just find it slow, ponderous, and plodding. Had DC really been mistreated and abused at this point? And had his baby left him? Oh, wow, he's got a lot more to say. It scrolls down. It obviously takes on a whole new life in a live setting, but even then, I'm not overly keen. This could quite easily fall into the bottom spot for me. I can only assume Ian Pace told everyone to frickin' chill out and play something with a slower tempo so he could take a well-earned breather. I'll put my tin hat on for this one. Oh, I like that take. Fielding Fowler says, Coverdale just kicks ass here. I love it when he does it, when Glenn does it, when Ronnie did it. Peter Gardo says, kind of overblown. Joe Sigler, the much anticipated comment is, might be sacrilege to some, as I know it has been a very good reputation, but I always found this bit too long and plodding. There are some parts of it I like, but if you cut it in half, I might have liked it more. Yeah, I guess it's on the longer side, right? Well, how long is it? It's over 7 minutes long and considerably longer. God, I think the Rainbow version live is like 16 minutes long or something. They really stretch it. It's longer than Pink Floyd's Echoes, apparently. It's not that long. Funny enough, I just watched Live in Pompeii last night on my new surround sound setup, and it was phenomenal. Great blues performance, writes Kenny Wymore. Hard to decide since I love Burn, but I decided that this one is the one I've played most in all versions of DP, and that's Karsten Lau. Hank the Tank says, I ranked it 6th, not because it's bad, just too many great songs. Rich says, this song was a tough one for me at one time. It probably would have been my number 2. However, I think I suffer from listening fatigue. I rarely have ever listened to this song anymore, and if I do, it's usually a different one, in my opinion, better version than this one than I listen to now. I almost feel that Coverdale's vocals are manufactured feel instead of a genuine from the heart singing. Okay. Mark Roback, this is probably unfair of me to mistreat the song, but like this, but the live version with Dio really makes me think less of this one. All right. Who else do we got? Is there anyone I haven't read comments?
I don't know. How did this song rank so high? I feel like everybody hates it.
I don't know if hates it. Norman Weichelbaum says, always preferred the somehow sad mood of the studio version to the much more aggressive live version. So there you go. A different take from Norman Weichelbaum than a lot of other people. Yeah. And then, so overall, like I said, I ranked this 7th, you ranked it 3rd, and we have the 1-8 from Joe, a couple 7s, Mark Roback, Lord Longford, and Kev Roberts giving it a 7, and then a lot of 2s, a few 1s. We got Stuart McCord with a 1, Carson Lau with a 1, Duncan Leask with a 1, Kai Runa Olsen with a 1. So pretty good. All right, the suspense must be killing you, killing everyone for what could possibly be the number 1 song on this album. And here it is with a commanding 273 votes. So Mistreated got 193, Burn got 273. So you go from the last 3 songs before Burn are 182, 186, 193, and then jumping up 80 points for Burn. So the most decisive number 1 we've had yet, even with classic albums. So here we go.
Number 1.
It's Burn, the title track, of course. The statement being made that Deep Purple were not going to disband, that they were not going to be something, you know, a shadow of their former self, that they were going to dig in with this crazy track. Joe is wondering what the lowest ranking for Burn is, and it's funny. There's one person that ranked Burn 8th.
Oh my goodness.
The next lowest ranking is number 2. Everyone gave 1s or 2s except Zwapper gave it an 8.
I was like, are you going to say who it is? Because I think we're going to have to go over there with torches and pitchforks.
Zwapper's too far away. He's safe. He's fortified.
Digital pitchforks.
Yeah, so essentially maybe it was a fat finger mistake. Maybe let's see what his comment is before we get into the other comments. So where's Zwapper here? Zwapper says superb but a little worn out by now, but damn, John rocks this song. So that's what he's saying of a number 8 track. So clearly he likes it.
So really he likes it. It's just listening fatigue.
Yeah. Which I understand, because I feel that way. I honestly don't feel that way with Burn, which I probably should by this point. But like other songs, Smoke on the Water, Highway Star, although they're great songs, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I can skip listening to it right now. But this song is one of those ones that very rarely, if it comes up, that I would ever feel like I can't listen to this right now, because it's just got so much going on with it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you're right. Like you get into this album after Who Do We Think We Are? And you got to be like, holy shit. Like these guys are like, they're back.
Michael Bagford said Zwapper might have had a bad experience with fire, so Burn brings back bad memories. But Scott Haskins says, I caught on fire one Christmas and I still love it. We're going to have him tell that story next time he's on. I feel like there's a lot behind that.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, but these solos are, right up there with like Highway Star and how iconic they are.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
very composed.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those where the riff also repeats like a bunch of times in the song and you don't care. You're just like, keep it coming.
Yeah. I mean, this part right here, this like little composed Bach-esque little fugue in the middle of the song. It's just, I remember hearing that for the first time and just thinking, this is freaking unbelievable.
But I mean, everything from like, Coverdale's vocals to like the shared vocals, like him and Hughes, like harmonizing for the first time on record, to like, and one thing that I didn't notice until much later was just how insane Ian Pace is during like the verses.
Yeah, I think it was when we did the isolated tracks episode. We were just like, yeah, he's basically just doing a drum solo during the verses. It's incredible.
But one thing that I noticed when listening to it recently is like he goes berserk during the first few verses, and then after Lord's solo at the end, he just does kind of more of a straight beat.
I wonder if he's just getting tired.
That's what I was thinking. He's probably like, oh, God.
But yeah, this has everything that you could want, especially in a Mark III song. It's got a great guitar solo, a great organ solo, a composed instrumental, complex composed instrumental part for both of them. Great vocals from Coverdale and Hughes, both alone and together. Amazing drums. I mean, they don't really miss anything. It covers all the bases of what you'd expect from a Deep Purple song before you even knew about Coverdale and Hughes being in the band, and then also from this new lineup of the band. It sets the tone for, this is what we're going to be like. We're going to have all these classic Deep Purple elements. Yeah. We're bringing this new vocal harmonizing and switching off as well. So it just, I wish I could have been in the moment of only knowing Deep Purple through Mark II and then discovering this album. I mean, because I did in the early 90s, but I wish I could have done it in the mid 70s. Had it just been like, oh, I wonder what they're going to sound like with this new lineup, and maybe gone into it with a little like, this is going to be garbage, and then had my socks rocked off,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, such a great song, great arrangement. I never get tired of it.
So, Raf Calf says, no surprise here. The song ranks among my favorite of all time. Everything is outstanding on this one. Norman Weichelbaum, killer track, my all-time favorite Deep Purple song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say if I had to rank this, it would be up there. Like, it's got to be a top 5 Deep Purple song for me. And it's not only a great Deep Purple song, it's just one of my favorite songs, period. As somebody who loves music and hard rock, I can't imagine not liking this song. Even someone giving this song last place on this album said it's a great song. So,
yeah.
What else we got? Jellybean says, as a young man, this was my favorite song. As an older man, fuck yeah. So I guess it hasn't changed. Fielding Follower says, Highway Star is the best way to open a show. Smoke on the Water has the riff, but really, what is the best Deep Purple song? It's Burn, of course. I love interviews how John Lord would comment how awful the lyrics were, but also say it was such a great song. Devil's Sperm might have to be the name of my Deep Purple cover band. Yeah, that would be I don't know. I really like the lyrics of this one. I mean, Devil's Sperm is a weird thing, but I don't know. I like that it paints this this picture of Scott's been talking a lot on his show about how lyrically varied the Deep Purple stuff is, and how, something like Whitesnake or Scorpions, every single song is about sex, love, women. And, after a certain point, you're like, I get it. You're horny and you want women. So, and you don't get a lot of that when Coverdale was being kind of whipped in shape by Blackmore to be like, no, I want you to write a song about a witch or whatever. I feel like you had this much more varied. Gillan, he'll write a song like that, but it's, one per album. Whereas you've got these much more varied concepts and themes running throughout an album. Michael Bagford asked if Devil's Sperm was the original title of Metallica's Load. Gross. What else we got here? Rich says one of the most iconic Deep Purple songs of all time. It has so many elements of Deep Purple, the interplay between hard rock and classical, the organ and guitar duels, harmony sections, and of course, Ian Pace's incredible drumming. So it's almost like I was reading his comment earlier. Mark Roback, when I think of Mark III in this album, all I hear is Burn. Love how it has that weird dystopian keyboard solo from the 70s. Yeah, I love that the first word of Zwapper's review of this track is superb, even though he gave it an 8. Again, shows testament to this song. Kai Olson says the ultimate intro to an album, raw, intense, dynamic. The new lineup shows how good they are as soon as you put on the album. Love the vocals and solo parts of John and Richie. Yeah, so the list of comments goes on. Joe Sigler says, what more needs to be said about this? By far the best track for the Coverdale era, the Rod Evans era, heck, top 10 individual tracks by Deep Purple. This is a band recharged with something to prove.
You got it.
Yep. And I think we talked about it years ago when we did our Who Do We Think We Are episode, and that like Richie was already starting to like hold back riffs and ideas.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, I got one place in line. And he's holding back the good stuff for when he leaves or forms babyface or does whatever he's going to do. And this is probably one of those ones where he's just like, well, I'm not going to take this to the guys. And then he starts, of course, doing that again later as he gets into Stormbringer and starts holding back and saving things for what will be Rainbow. So so there we go. That's the album rankings. We'll thank our next patrons before we wrap up and close it out. Of course, we have our last level of patrons, the foundation level patrons, coming in at the £3.50 Deep Purple New York tier. We have Lord Longford.
Deep Purple New York.
At the aromatic feed tier, Mr. Simon Ford. At the €3.50 tier, Weston Supermare Pilgrim. At the 293 pence tier, we have
Blackmore tights.
At the €2.50 Too Many Tears tier, we have Soldier of Fortune. At the $3.33 Halfway to Evil tier, Stephen Sharp. At the $3 Nobody's Perfect tier, we have Peter Gardot. Ian DeRosier. Mark Roback. Stuart McCord. Ivan Fjeldbu. Runar Simonsen. Ruinous Inadequacies, Corey Morissette. Joe Dopefish Sigler. Adam Cork, Tim Wood, Steve Down to Earth Kohler.
Make your love.
Adam Cork, Tim Wood, I already said that. Michael, Matt in Vegas, and Jesus Christ Superstar. Then at the 19.31 Cold Hard Danish Kroner tier, we have Karsten Lau.
Cold Hard Danish Kroner.
And at the $1 made up name tier, we have the All I Hear Is Leaky Mausoleum, Stephen Somerville, the Concerto 1999 Fanatic, Hank the Tank, Private Eyes, Ashen Lionel, Zwapper, the Electric Alchemist, Anders Engstrom, ICDC, Durple Purple, David Haddam, Graham Bonnet's Disco Pants and Haircuts.
I said, Graham, our audience expects you to be a bit more dirty.
Disco pants and haircuts, yeah.
I'm just going to put my guitar across his head.
And Sick Tone.
Just about to close up the library.
As I watched, it's the first time doing that since I watched It's a Wonderful Life this Christmas with the family. When I got to that part, it's the part of the movie I'm most familiar with now at this point. All right. Well, wow. What a great showing from our patrons. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us and checking out this album. And yeah, what an album. What a statement. What a hard thing to rank. I suspect, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have a hard time with Stormbringer too, because I really have a deep fondness for that album.
Yeah.
But I think our patrons' rankings are going to be a little bit more varied. I can't see there necessarily being, well, I don't know. Stormbringer might run away with it. What do I know? But
I don't know. I feel like this, between the two Mark III albums, this one and Stormbringer, I feel like this one would be harder to rank because Stormbringer overall doesn't have as strong a material as this.
Right.
That's what I think. So I feel like it'll be more varied. I feel like it might even be more interesting.
Yeah, I think it will be. This was a fun one to kind of revisit. Always love looking at these albums, and I think it's going to be a really fun one. So get your rankings in by March 30th, approximately, and we'll do that. And yeah, like I said, a big thank you to all of our patrons who joined us from all over the globe. We have patrons in Florida, in Texas, in Massachusetts, in Denmark, in going through here, Norway. Where else do we have people? For the UK,
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Oh yeah, the Roback did join us. I missed that he was on right away. So, yeah, the people from Connecticut in Florida. Thank you very much. Tulsa, Oklahoma. There we go. Florida, Ohio, Connecticut.
I like Scott Tulsa, sad face.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. great to be back in the new year. Looking forward to another great year ahead with all of you. And we will see you next week. And how do I stop this?
If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show, please consider joining our Patreon or donating on PayPal. Patrons get full access to the podcast, Discord server, ratings, spreadsheets, and live stream invites. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help new people discover the show. You can follow the show on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. You can also check out the website at deeppurplepodcast.com for show notes and more. Contact us via email at John or Nate at deeppurplepodcast.com. Thanks for listening.